Hi, this is Leah Klein, health and wholeness coach. And today, my question for you is this your prayer? Our verse is Psalm 43:3. Send out your light and your truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your holy hill and to your dwelling. Is that your prayer today? Do you want God's light to lead you? And his truth, of course, also very important. God's presence is light. And we've been, talking about that for the last couple of weeks, a little bit about light and what that means. His mere presence is light. And so when we're asking him to send his light, we're asking him to bring his presence and dispel the darkness that is surrounding us or a particular situation. And also, he is ultimate truth. Outside of him, truth tends to be a little warped in our world. And most people think things are true that lots of times are really not. And he is the ultimate standard. He is the ultimate truth. And so when we are questioning whether something is true or not, whether something is accurate or not, we need to go back to what does God say about it? What does God's truth say about this? Also, his light also draws us to him. So our second half of our verse was, let them bring me to your holy hill and to your dwelling. So it's not only asking God to send out his light, his presence, but also his truth, and let them lead me. So show you the way to go, and let them bring you closer to him, closer to his dwelling place. Now, ultimately, as New Testament believers, we know that he dwells in us and we are his temple and his dwelling place. But that doesn't mean that we always feel his presence or are fully aware of it. So it's something we still need to ask, and it is something that is true of varying levels. So it's like he is always there, but we don't always feel it. And sometimes we are just so surrounded by other noise and circumstances that we allow those things to drown him out to where we're not hearing him as much. And maybe we're hearing him at our quiet time, but that's it. That is when we need to ask for him to draw us closer to him. I would encourage you to pray this verse. Pray, send out your light and your truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your holy hill and to your dwelling. Pray that prayer with me this week and let his light draw you into his presence. One of the ways that he could do that is through encouraging you to take some time alone with him. God actually calls us to time alone with him. And You may be needing a little more than what you're getting from your quiet time and need to get some answers to some questions that you're just not getting. And so I do encourage you, take some time one-on-one with God in his creation, if possible, outside. Get away from all of the electronics and the things that are distracting you and drowning things out that's making that noise that's getting in the way, and spend some time one-on-one with him. And our prayer is basically we're asking him to call us to time with him, call us to time closer relationship with him. So I wanted to wrap up today's video with As the Deer, which is actually out of this same chapter in the Psalms, just the first verse instead of the third verse. So I thought that was appropriate accompaniment. And if you know it, feel free to sing along. If not, feel free to just listen. As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. I encourage you today to let that be true of you, that you would long for him as a deer pants for water. And so encourage you to read that verse again, read Psalm 43, and spend some time one-on-one with God this week. I will see you next week with another verse. See you then.